Hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. Thank you very much for being here. This is the audio edition of the Manifesting Tarot. And this is an important difference from this reading and any other tarot readings. It is an audio because it's aimed at improving and enhancing your imagination. The most important tool in manifesting anything you want in your life. You have to grab it in your mind's eye. You have to see the pictures there. You have to smell the smells, feel the colors. It all begins and ends with what's in between your ears. And doing an audio tarot reading focused on your manifesting gives you this opportunity. If there was anything other than this picture of the spread, the tarot spread on the screen, your mind would start paying attention to what's happening on the screen, and that would limit your imagination because you have to acquiesce to what you see on the screen, right? It's typical. You know, if you're watching a movie a day or something like that, not a big deal, but a lot of people are riveted to their screens, one kind or another, laptop, desktop, smartphone, doesn't make any difference. And after a time, your imagination becomes rather dull. And if there is one thing that I can say about this time period we are living through, is that there are a bunch of dull minds. It's been planned that way. It's been programmed that way. But that's the end result. People have a tough time seeing the big picture, of being able to imagine something other than what they have. This is your opportunity to do just that. So all you're going to see is what you have on the screen right now. That's it. This spread. Bottom row, upper row. Center cards in both of the rows are critical cards. I wouldn't say most important, but they're certainly critical. Front row, the Oracle card Here and Now is what we're focusing on. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but in the upper left-hand corner, the number is 32. 3 and 2 is 5. 5 is always the change, the shift, or potentially that way. Remember, you always have free will. This is where you have free will. When you are presented with certain energies in your life, certain ideas, certain feelings, certain thoughts, you can either act on them or not. Same thing here. This reading today affects every single person viewing it. Everyone, just in very unique and different ways. It's up to you, if you're so inclined, to tap into that energy and to help manifest. So we begin. As I said, first card, Here and Now. That is the Oracle card up front, Here and Now, focusing on this minute, right now. You're conscious. You're not unconscious, the way most of us are. You just get up, go to work, come home, get up, go to work, go home, get up. We just kind of repeat the whole process. You find yourself through the course of a day many times just kind of going through the motions, not really being here. And, you know, while we think money is so doggone important, money doesn't buy health or happiness or love. But outside of that, it's useful for something, purchasing little things. We think it's these little things that money buys that is important in our lives, or are important in our lives. Not true. I'll bet you could talk to somebody who's on their deathbed, 80s, 90s. They will not remember, oh, geez, I made so much money doing this, so much money doing that. If they do, they're narcissists and they're sociopaths, and you don't want to have a whole lot to do with them. Almost every time, people remember, geez, I was here, I was with this person. There's this emotional connection to life. Everything that you do in your life is paid with your heart and your time. Those are the values. And so it's important to be here and now. It's important to be in the moment, because you will never have this moment again. Never. It's gone. And that's why I focus so diligently, and I do the very doggone best I can to give you the best reading that I possibly can to help you manifest, to help you imagine something better. Okay, bottom row, all the way to the left, 6 of Swords. Swords are thoughts, ideas, beliefs even. 6 of Swords Well, it's kind of a rite of passage. You're moving forward. You're leaving the pain behind, moving to calmer waters. As you can see, he's in some sort of a boat. Looks like kind of a canoe sort of a thing. He's got 6 swords in the front of the boat. He's carrying some passengers and moving on to calmer waters, to a happier place. In other words, what he's doing is he's taking his ideas, the thoughts that fit him, and he's moving on. He's learned some things. Past few years has given us the potential to learn a whole lot. A lot of it unpleasant, but nevertheless learn a whole lot. Now it's time to start moving forward into the future. Now it's time to take what you've learned, step forward into the future, and that's what the Wheel of Fortune says. Step forward, don't wait anymore. It's destiny, it's a turning point. It's an awakening. You're beginning to see the big picture. It may not be a pretty picture, but you're beginning to see it. And in fact, that gives you the Ace of Swords energy, this idea that you are developing your own philosophy. You are developing your own opinions. You're thinking clearly. You're thinking for yourself. There are breakthroughs. Major. We got the eclipse season coming up, I think, in another month or so, within a few weeks. And we're just past the full moon. We have Saturn in Pisces, Pluto in Aquarius for a few weeks. This is a very changing time, a very powerful time. And so you are being given the opportunity to be enlightened. Remember, every reading is potential. You can choose to tap in or tap out. It's your option. Okay? So what we're looking at here is living in the moment, taking what you have right in front of you right now, being aware of it, being conscious of it. Because this is the only moment like this you're going to have for your entire life. Stepping forward with what you know, what you think, what you believe, stepping forward into a better place into the future. And making sure that you are thinking clearly. That's what's going to help you do that, living in the moment. And the final card, bottom row, 3 of Cups. It is a joining of the mind, body, spirit. You're becoming one with yourself. That's what this is, the opportunity. When you're in the here and now, you are joining mind, body, spirit. There's not segmented parts of you, because there are in all of us. But the goal now is to live in this moment, make the most of this moment, to love this moment. And a lot of what entails is your thought process. Make sure it is clear, make sure it's clean, make sure it's honest. Make sure that you are really living, thinking in the here and now. Second row up to the upper left, the Queen of Swords. The kings make the proclamations, but it's the queens that get the job done. Queen of Swords, again, emphasizing what we've been doing here on the first row. A lot of swords energy. A lot of thinking, a lot of thought, a lot of honesty, a lot of realism in the moment. And the Queen of Swords keeps you here. Card next to the Queen, however, is the Ace of Cups. So here we have the Ace of Swords, primal thought, clear, clean, focused, backed up by a real love, appreciation of self. Ace of Cups. To have the Ace of Swords and Ace of Cups in the same reading together, very powerful. Because it indicates that part of that change in thinking, that awakening, means to love yourself. Respect yourself, value yourself. That's critical. We talk about it a lot, we say a lot about it. But we really don't do very much about it because we're not trained to. As I said, I think in yesterday's reading, here you have a little child, just a little baby. Starts to walk, oh, you're all excited as a parent. Starts to talk, oh, you're even more excited as a parent. Then they get to school, shut up and sit down. And for the rest of their life, it's shut up and sit down. That's kind of what we're going through in the past 3 years. If you look behind the curtain, it's shut up and sit down. Don't say a word. That's why we have all the censorship. Shut up and sit down. I think you're done with that, especially if you connect with yourself. You have the Three of Cups, mind, body, spirit joining together to the Ace of Cups, the real love and appreciation of self. And the Ten of Swords on the other side says, hey, enough of this thinking. Stop it. It's done. Don't accept what you've been told. Check everything. Live in the moment. Think. Be conscious. Be in touch. That's the lesson. Ten of Swords says the stinking thinking can be over. Your choice. And the King of Wands says once you get to that point, time to start to plug into life again. Because that's what wands are all about, excitement, enthusiasm, positivity. And the King says, yes, let's proclaim it. Let's have you live that kind of life. The Queen of Swords gets you thinking clearly. And the King of Wands tells you to start to enjoy your life. Enjoy yourself, respect yourself, be in the moment. And the final card up top, vice versa card. I do love this one. It's the Hermit. Yes, there's solitude, introspection, but also looking for understanding, inner guidance. You will be given a chance, especially when you use the Three of Cups energy, to blend mind, body, spirit. And taking that energy or those energies and living in the moment, right now. That's going to enlighten you. It's going to shine a light on something that you have not shined a light on, but will be very helpful so that you can live in the here and now. It's so vital. It's so, we get caught on memories. Oh, it used to be this way. Oh, it used to be. Or we get caught on predictions. Oh, boy, in the future it's going to be like this. Oh, it's going to be like this. And we neglect the here and now. If you neglect the here and now, you do not honor the past, and you virtually destroy your future. Be here. Be now. Focus your thinking. Open your heart and your mind. And step into a life that is much more interesting and positive for you. The Hermit energy says, coming up, and probably in the eclipse season coming up, or certainly Mercury retrograde, you're going to have a chance to be inspired. Something will come to you that will allow you to step forward, to be in the moment. Take advantage. That is the reading for today. Back tomorrow again with another Manifested Tarot reading. Hope you're here with me. If not, between now and the next time you and I have a chance to get together and do tarot together, peace and blessings. And tap into that imagination. Do something interesting today.